Monsties, today marks a day of celebration, laughter, and emotional goodbyes at one of South Korea's most prestigious institutions. We are talking about the Hanlim Arts High School graduation. This is the place where future megastars are born and where the elite of the K-pop industry gather to celebrate their academic milestones. The cameras were ready. Fans were lined up with beautiful banners, and one by one, famous idols stepped out in their iconic yellow uniforms. But something felt very wrong. There was a glaring absence that everyone noticed immediately. The one person everyone was waiting for simply did not show up. Social media platforms like X and various online communities exploded instantly. Her name began trending worldwide as fans and netizens alike started asking the same question. Where's the powerhouse vocal of BABYMONSTER? Where is Ramy? The situation is sparking intense debate because this is not just any student missing her ceremony. Rumors are swirling that Ramy, who was known as a top student and a full scholarship recipient, might have secretly dropped out of Hanlim. It is a shocking turn of events for someone who held such a high reputation within the school. How could a star student disappear on her own graduation day? Is this a strategic move by YG Entertainment, or is there a deeper story we do not know yet? To understand why this is such a massive scandal in the fandom, we have to look at Ramy's history at Hanlim. This school is essentially the elite training ground for the K-pop industry. Graduating from here is a badge of honor. Ramy was not just a student who happened to be an idol. She was a legendary figure within the halls of Hanlim. Getting into the applied music department is notoriously difficult, with competition fiercer than almost any other program in the country. Yet Ramy did not just get in, she excelled. She was the top student in her department. Her teachers and peers frequently spoke about her incredible work ethic and her soulful vocals that stood out long before she officially debuted. Because of her academic and artistic excellence, she was granted a full scholarship. This means she attended the school for free because of her immense talent and high grades. This is exactly why the public is so confused. Why would someone with a perfect record and a full scholarship miss the final peak of her high school journey? Usually, even the busiest idols from the biggest groups make an effort to attend and pose at the photo wall and receive their diplomas. But today, Ramy's seat remained empty. This absence has fueled the speculation that she is no longer officially enrolled at the school. The reaction on the internet has nothing short of chaotic. As photos from the ceremony began to circulate, the lack of Ramy in the group shots and department photos became impossible to ignore. Several theories are currently dominating the conversation. The first major theory involves the notoriously secretive nature of YG Entertainment. Many fans believe Ramy might be tied up in a high-priority secret schedule, such as filming for an upcoming project or preparing for a world tour. However, critics argue that even for YG, denying a student the chance to attend their once-in-a-lifetime graduation seems extreme. The second theory revolves around privacy and safety concerns. BABYMONSTER has seen a meteoric rise in global popularity recently. Some suggest that the agency felt the crowds and media presence at Hanlim would pose a security risk for Ramy, but this theory is often debunked by fans who point out that other idols of similar fame have managed to attend their ceremonies safely in the past. The most controversial theory, however, is the dropout theory. In the K-pop industry, it is not uncommon for idols to leave formal education to focus entirely on their careers. If Ramy found it impossible to balance her idol duties with the strict requirements of her scholarship, she might have chosen to withdraw. If this is true, it marks a significant sacrifice for her career. Being a member of BABYMONSTER is a monumental task. Since their debut as a full 7-member group, their schedule has been relentless. Between album promotions, international appearances, and grueling dance practices that can last for over 15 hours a day, the pressure is immense. As a main vocal, Ramy also has the added responsibility of maintaining her vocal health and attending extra recording sessions. It is possible that the demands of the industry finally forced a choice between her education and her career. In the hyper-competitive world of K-pop, the window of opportunity is small, and often the career must come first. Despite the logic behind these theories, the emotional impact on the fans is undeniable. Seeing other idols celebrate with their classmates while Ramy remains absent has left many followers feeling bittersweet. Fans have been sharing old clips of Ramy in her school uniform, expressing their heartbreak that she could not have this final moment of closure with her friends. She worked so hard as a trainee from a young age while maintaining her status as a top-tier student. For many, she was the definition of someone who could have it all. As of right now, YG Entertainment has not released an official statement regarding her absence or her current enrollment status. This silence only allows the rumors to grow louder. We're left waiting for a sign or a post from Ramy herself to clear the air. The mystery of the missing scholarship student continues to be the biggest topic in the K-pop world today. We have to consider whether this is a personal choice, an agency decision, or simply a matter of bad timing. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe Ramy had to drop out due to her busy career, or do you think there is another reason she missed the ceremony today? It's important to stay supportive of her regardless of the circumstances, as we know how hard she has worked to get where she is. Make sure to share your thoughts and join the discussion. We'll keep you updated as soon as any official news breaks. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a major update on your favorite idols. We'll see you in the next deep dive into the world of K-pop. The discussion regarding Ramy's absence takes an even more complex turn when we consider the history of high-profile idols who've navigated similar educational crossroads. In the past, we have seen legendary figures from agencies like SM, JYP, and even YG itself struggle to maintain a balance between the classroom and the stage. Some idols, like those from BTS or Stray Kids, managed to complete their studies despite their global fame, often becoming symbols of diligence for their young fans. However, others have openly admitted that the sheer physical and mental toll of promoting a comeback while preparing for exams became unsustainable. If Ramy has indeed followed the latter path, it raises a broader conversation about the expectations we place on teenage stars in the modern era. One must also look at the specific culture within Hanlim Arts High School. Unlike standard academic high schools in South Korea, Hanlim is designed to be flexible for entertainers. The fact that Ramy, a student who excelled even within this artist-friendly environment, was unable to attend her own graduation suggests that her current workload is truly unprecedented. Some industry insiders suggest that the transition from a trainee to a debuting member of a flagship group like BABYMONSTER involves a level of commitment that leaves zero room for outside obligations. The preparation for a debut or a first major comeback is often likened to an athlete preparing for the Olympics. Every hour is accounted for, from vocal conditioning to media training, leaving the concept of a normal school life as a distant memory. Netizens on platforms like DC Inside and The Coup have been digging deeper into the scholarship aspect of this mystery. Usually, a full scholarship at an institution like Hanlim comes with specific requirements, such as a minimum attendance record or participation in school-led performances. If Ramy's global schedule with BABYMONSTER made it impossible for her to meet these bureaucratic requirements, it is possible that her status as a scholarship student became a point of contention. This leads to a difficult question. If an idol cannot fulfill the requirements of their scholarship due to their professional success, is it better to drop out quietly or to continue under a cloud of special treatment rumors? In the court of public opinion, idols are often criticized if it appears they are receiving their diplomas without putting in the work. By not attending and potentially withdrawing, Ramy might be protecting her integrity, choosing not to accept a degree she felt she couldn't fully dedicate herself to finishing. Furthermore, we have to consider the psychological impact of this decision on Ramy herself. To be the top student in a department as prestigious as applied music requires a deep love for the craft and a competitive spirit. Giving that up is likely not a decision she made lightly. It speaks to her maturity and her singular focus on the success of BABYMONSTER. Many fans are now pointing to her recent performances as evidence of this focus. Her vocal stability and stage presence have seen a massive leap, suggesting that every minute she might have spent in a classroom has instead been spent in a practice room at the YG building. This level of dedication is what makes her the ace of the group, but it also highlights the hidden costs of K-pop stardom. As we look toward the future, the question remains, will we see a statement from YG Entertainment? The agency is famous for its no-comment policy or for providing very vague explanations regarding the private lives of their artists. However, given that Ramy's academic excellence was a known part of her pre-debut narrative, the fans feel entitled to some level of closure. They want to know that she is okay, and that this absence was a calculated move rather than an emergency. In the absence of news, fans have started a movement on social media, using hashtags to celebrate her graduation in their own way, creating digital diplomas and virtual flower bouquets to honor the hard work she put in over the last 3 years. This situation also serves as a reflection of the changing landscape of K-pop. As the industry becomes more global, the window for domestic activities like school events becomes smaller. Idols are no longer just Korean celebrities, they are global ambassadors who must be available for international fans at any moment. This shift is forcing young artists to grow up faster than ever before. While it is sad to see a student miss out on a milestone like graduation, it is also a testament to the scale of the career Ramy has built. She has moved beyond the halls of Hanlim and onto the world stage. In the end, whether she officially holds that piece of paper or not, her talent remains undeniable. The skills she honed at Hanlim served as the foundation for the star we see today. If she did drop out to give 100% to her fans and her members, it is a sacrifice that reflects her passion for music. We should continue to monitor the situation with respect and keep our focus on her artistry. As BABYMONSTER continues their journey towards becoming the next global girl group, Ramy's role as their vocal backbone will only become more vital. Let us keep the conversation respectful and continue to send her the love and recognition she deserves for both her academic past and her brilliant future. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story and provide you with the most accurate updates from the heart of the industry.